The next thing I want to show you is the dictionary. Now the dictionary, if you go in there, we've set that dictionary up, and you can actually go into the menu and change the dictionary around. You can choose a different dictionary. Now for some reason, let's say you're in the OPD, which is Oxford Primary Dictionary, and you load in a pretty robust word and you don't find it in the Oxford Primary. You actually can go down here to dictionary, go right and left, and that'll give you the option to change it to different dictionaries. You can select that, and I'll show you this history in a minute. But what I want to do here, and where I think this dictionary is so valuable, is I mentioned earlier, those kids become self-learners. They can begin to load words in here. So I can load in, I'm going to just load in frustrated here. So there's frustrated. When I select the middle button, it now tells me that definition. So remember that word frustrated. But let's say you're working with a vocabulary list. Let's open up just a few words I have here. I can go in on my vocabulary list. I can select reflect as my first word. I hit the center button. The definition loads up. But I'm going to continue adding because I want these vocabulary words logged into my pen so I can refer to them. So I'm going to go back again, and I'm going to scan another word, designed. I'm going to select that. I can listen to the definition if I want to. Or if I'm just wanting to get these loaded into my pen, I can go back to my next word, hit encourage, open that definition up. Again, use my red button, select and go back to where it says scan to define word. I can go to average, select the definition, move back to where it says define word, open up relationship. Now again, I select the middle button so I see that definition. Now I go back and load up my last word, maintain. So I've opened that definition. I don't have to listen to it, but I do need to open it up because that's what saves it onto the pen for you. So now I've got all these words loaded into my pen. So I scroll back to where it says scan to define word. I open up the menu button. I go down to history now, and there are those words: maintain, relationship, average, encourage, design. And then I also put reflect in earlier because that was a word that I looked at. I've got a few other words in here. I think we chose around. Remember, I chose chair and frustrated. So I have those words are now in this history. I can go in and I can review those words anytime I want to. So if I open up my history, I can look at maintain. Let's just say I've created this history and I've been learning these words, and I can have those words at a fingertip. I might just go back and review this. In fact, I have some teachers that will say, hey, I want you to pull your pens out. We've got 10, 15 minutes left in the classroom. I want you just to review these words. And I think it's something that is exciting for students, and it allows that vocabulary to be enhanced and to be enriched by having that. And it's not just words that you gave them. I mean, they can load up that vocabulary list like that. But as I showed you earlier, I chose some words in the reading when I was reading in the passage, and those words were right there in my history. Again, after I loaded them up. Any word that you open up and define goes into your history, and it stays in your history until you delete it off. And I'll show you how to do that in a minute.